Hello, good morning friends. Today we will be discussing about logistic management and the concept of logistic management, including the definition of logistic management. Let us proceed to understand what logistics management is all about. Logistic management was derived from the Latin word logisticus. Now, this means science of computing and calculating. Now, in ancient times, this was used by armies to move the armies and the supply of foods and ornaments to the war front. 50 years ago, none of the companies knew what logistic management is all about. They did not have logistic functions. Customer service, which is a part of logistic management now, was considered to be a part of sales department. Inventory management was considered to be part of manufacturing department. Now, 50 years back, many companies created logistics function to look after the increased proportion of movement and storage. So nowadays logistics has acquired a wider meaning, and it includes movement of raw materials, capital goods, spare parts, capital spare parts from the suppliers to the manufacturers, and finally the movement of finished goods from the manufacturer to the distributor and finally to the consumer. So this is what is logistics all about. Logistics is all about providing essential customer service at a lowest possible cost. Ultimate goal of logistics is to coordinate all the efforts of the company to make cost effective flow of goods. That is, the flow of goods is done which is cost effective through cost effective method. Logistics is concerned with getting the products and the services where they are desired and when they are desired. Logistics is basically the movement and storage of the goods. It involves integration of information, transportation, inventory, warehousing, material handling, packaging, and occasional security also. Business people refer logistic management to how resources are acquired, transported, and stored along the supply chain. Let us take the example of, say, milk industry or dairy industry, we can say. Here what happens, the milk is a raw material and which is transported from, so the logistic means the transportation of the raw material, that is milk, from the source, that is from the farmers, to the manufacturing unit, right? This is one part. Then transportation of spares from the suppliers to the manufacturing unit. Then the transportation of capital equipment from the manufacturers to the manufacturing unit of dairy industry. Then we also include finally the product is made, and the product made may be milk itself, or butter, or cheese, or maybe sweets, or other dairy products which may be transported right from the manufacturing unit to the customer. Now, this is also included in logistic management. Thus, the logistic management has got two parts. One is inbound logistics, the things that are coming in from outside into the organization, and the other part is the outbound logistics, the things that are going in from the organization, that are, say, the finished goods, the semi finished goods that are going in from the organization towards the customer, that is, they are moving outside the organization. So logistics can be divided into inbound logistics and outbound logistics. Any organization should have an efficient logistic management. If it has an efficient logistic management, it will be in a position to cut the cost and increase its efficiency. On the other hand, if an organization has got poor logistic management system, it will fail to meet the customer's expectations, because it will give the product to the final customer at a higher cost, and hence will not be in a position to serve the customer well. Let us see further what logistic management is. Now, the process begins of logistic management with planning and research function to get the things which are required for manufacturing. Then the materials that are required for manufacturing are planned, and then the product is made, and customer is satisfied with the product, with the final product, by delivering the product to the customer. So logistic management is combination of two activities. So first is the material handling, or we can say the material management, and then physical distribution management. Material management, see, refers to this, means the movement of products and the materials, the raw materials, the spare parts, the capital equipment from the supplier to the organization. These materials are to be handled. So this all is material management. The next part is physical distribution. Now, once the raw material is converted into semi-finished goods or finished goods, these goods needs to be distributed to the customer or to the end users. Now, this part of distributing or moving the goods, the final goods or semi-finished goods to the position, and finally the finished goods to its final position, is called physical distribution. And logistic management involves both the material management also and the physical distribution also. So this is all about the concept of logistic management. Let us see the definition given by American Council of Logistic Management. Logistics is the process of planning, implementing, controlling the efficient, cost-effective flow and storage of raw material, in process inventory, finished goods and related information from the point of origin to the point of consumption, for the purpose of conforming to the customer's requirements. Now, this definition is given by American Council of Logistic Management. Now, what Philip Kotler gives? The definition of Philip Kotler is simpler and straightforward. It is planning, implementing and controlling the physical flow of materials and finished goods from the point of origin to the point of use to meet the customer needs at a profit. We can see another definition of Robert A. Novak's. Logistic is an activity involving the creation of time, place and form and possession utilities within and among the firms and individuals through strategic management with the goal of creating